What's up, guys? This is Alex with GuitarForce.com. As you can see, today we're going to take a look at a song called Supernaut by Black Sabbath. And the part of this lesson, the solo, was supported and requested by Roland, so big thanks goes out to him. And I've decided to put the rest of the song, the rhythm part, in this lesson as well, because it's not too complicated. We got only 2 riffs in this whole song, and also the solo part, which is going to be in this lesson as well. So all of the song, we're going to break it down today. The tabs for download are going to be available at GuitarForce.com for really low price. And I'm going to also put up a backing track for this song, so if you're interested, please check it out. If you would like to support this channel, you can do so by going to Patreon and become a patron, or directly through my website. All of the links are going to be in the description box down below, and thanks to everybody who has supported me so far. As far as the tuning, we're going to be in C# tuning, so that means we have to drop down, tune down all of the strings a step and a half. All right, so C# for the low E. And as far as the sound, I was using again the VST plugin Guitar Rig with 2 presets, and I'm going to show you the pictures of the presets right now. And while you're checking out the pictures, I'm going to play you my low E, which is C# technically, so you can have a tuning reference. Alright, one more quick thing. Just keep in mind that when you are tuned down that low, don't press too hard on your strings because they're gonna go out of tune. Alright, so this is just a quick little tip. Lightly touch on the strings when you play chords or any of the melody. Alright, so let's take a listen to the first part of the song, the first riff, then we'll come back close up and start the lesson. Let's check it out. Alright, so in this riff we have 2 guitar parts. The first one is playing this. Alright, so instead of me telling you, which fret to fret and where to slide and what string are we on, instead of that, I'm just gonna outline some things, and you will see in the tablature exactly the frets, the strings and so forth. And I'm just going to play it a couple of times slower so you can get it inside your head. I think this is the best way to teach at least this riff. So as you can see, pretty much everything is happening on the A string, and we're going to be playing between 7th and 5th frets, and also using the A string open. And then in the end of the riff, we take everything up another string, up 1 string, and it's going to be on the D string. Pretty much similar idea to the beginning of the riff, okay? And again, we're going to be using 7th and 5th fret and also open D. So now I'm just going to play a couple of times slower so you can actually get it inside your head. It goes like this. Alright, so just keep in mind, all these little details like slides and grace notes and also staccato notes, meaning, okay? And, it's nothing too complicated here. Now, this is part for guitar number 1. Also, we have guitar number 2, which is in the beginning playing the same thing right here, but then it takes and harmonizes this melody in thirds. Okay, so now we're going to take everything and shift it up to the 9th position, and we're going to be using same strings, A string and D string, but going between 9th, 11th and 7th frets on the A string, and same frets on the D string. So again, I'm just going to play it slower for you so you can actually see what's going on. Alright, so these are the two parts for riff number 1. Now let's take a listen to the next riff and then we'll come back and break it down. Alright, so in this riff we start off by playing the E7 triad right here at the 7th position, and we slide out. Then we have, it's a slide on the low E string, palm muted. We slide up to the 7th fret and then pick the 7th fret of the A string, and we do it twice. Okay, then we go into the D major chord. Now we're going to be picking it 2 times. The first time is going to be on the off beat, so we have on the off beat. Second time it's on the on beat, and then the next chord, which we're going to alternate it with, is going to be, it looks like this. Basically we just lift up our 2 fingers, the first one and second one, and we leave this 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay, so be careful when you are tuned this low. You have to press onto the strings really light, because otherwise, you know, you're gonna get this kind of sound. So after the D major chord, we lift up the 2 fingers, leaving the 3rd on the 3rd fret, and then just playing the D chord again, basically. All right, and then we go back to the beginning of the riff. So all together, slowly, it goes like this. So that's it pretty much for the rhythm part of the song. We have only these 2 riffs and they alternate each other. I'm sure you're going to be able to put them together structure-wise. For the solo part, the rhythm guitar is playing the main riff several times, all right? And now we're going to take a listen to the solo part, and then we'll come back and break it down. Alright, so the solo starts off with 2 unison bends. So we have on the high E 12th fret, and we're bending the B string on the 15th fret. 2 times. Then the next set of licks goes like this. So we have quick hammer-on pull-off here on the high E string between 12th and 15th frets. So 12, 15, 12. And then picking B string on the 15th fret, and we repeat this lick for 4 times. Okay, then we go into series of trills, which is going to be on the high E string between 12th and 15th frets. Now rhythmically it goes like this. We're going to be playing this trill for 5 beats altogether. You can count them as 5, or you can count them as 4th beat of the first bar, and then pick it one more time for the next bar and stay on it for the whole bar or for another 4 beats. Okay, the best way is to count all of these things, or the rhythm, and in the later solo as well. So on the trill, we're playing the trill, staying on it for 5 beats or 1 plus 4. Then we have next lick goes like this. So we have bend on the high E string 15th fret. Then we bring it down, pick the string on the 15th fret. Then we have quick hammer-on pull-off 12 to 15 back to 12. B string 15th fret back to high E on the 12th. And then another unison bend with some added vibrato in the end. So the unison bend is again on high E 12 and bending the B string on the 15th fret. So one more time. Then after that we have, okay, so the first part of the lick is we have a quick slide on the B string from around this area as we stay here in the E minor pentatonic. So just a quick slide up the neck, and then we play 12 to 15 on the B string. Then we have another hammer-on pull-off on the B string between 12 and 14th fret here. And then after the hammer-on pull-off, we have 14 on G. So altogether so far. This is what we got. And then we're going to be trilling again on the G string between 12 and 14th fret. Now, it's going to be again almost for 5 beats. Well, it's not for 5, but it's going to be for 4 beats. And the same principle applies here. We start off the trill on the 4th beat of the bar. And before going for the next bar, for the first beat, you can actually play the 14 on the D string. So it's kind of, you know, playing the trill, then picking that 14 on the D string fast and getting back to the trill again for another 3 beats here. Or you can just stay on the trill for the whole 4 beats, okay? So the next bar starts off with the trill for 3 beats. And then in the end, on the 4th beat, we have a bend on the 14th fret of the G string and sliding out. Okay, so we got like that. Then the next lick goes like this. So here we have a slide back to the 14th fret on the G string, then picking it 2 more times, kind of staccato way. Okay, so short notes, 14th fret, 3 times altogether with the slide. Then we have quick hammer-on pull-off on the same string on the G string, 12 to 14 to 12. Then we go to the D string, 14th fret, and then another one. So this time it's going to be on the D string, 12, 14, 12. Quick hammer-on pull-off, and then we go to the A string, 14th fret. So far we got this. Then we go back to the trills. This time it's going to be on the D string between 12 and 14 frets, and we're going to play this trill for 3 beats. Then we have this lick, which starts off on the 4th beat of the bar, and we pick the 12 frets on the D string. Then we have a quick slide, which is a grace note on the A string, going from 14 to 12. Then we pick the note again and we pull off to 10th frets, 12 on low E. Then we pick one more time the low E string for the 2nd beat of the bar, and then we go into another set of trills, which is going to be, the first one is really short. It's on between 10th and 12th frets on the A string, and then we quickly move to the third beat of the bar, and on the A string playing between 12th and 14th fret. So we have like that, okay? Next lick goes like this. So here we have hammer on 12 to 14 on the D string, same on G string, and we go into the bend on the 14th fret of the G string. Then we have 12 on B, 12 on high E. Then we have another bend, this time on the B string, 15th fret. So we bend it up whole step, and then picking the high E string, okay? So we have this. Alright, after that we go into series of unison bends. So it's going to be like this. We have the unison bend is going to be on the 12th fret of the high E, 15th fret bending up on the B string. So the first three are going to be for quarter notes. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then we have the same unison bend, but we're going to be picking it in 8th notes style. So we have, okay, you can pick either both strings after the bend, or just the high E, doesn't matter. So for another 3 times. So altogether we have 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and, okay. After that we go into series of trills here, and the first bar starts off like this. So for each beat of the bar, we're going to start on a different string. We start off with the high E string, and basically we're going in E minor pentatonic scale, trilling on each string. So we start off with the high E string, 15 to 12, then same on B string, G string 14 to 12, and D string 14 to 12. So, okay. Now when we get to the D string, the next bar starts off again with the same string, so trilling for 1 beat on the D string. So altogether is going to be 2. Okay, 2 times. Then we move up a string on the G string. We're going to be trilling again between 12 and 14 for 1 beat. And then we get into this trill, which starts off with the 15th fret, pulling off to 12, and then trilling between 14 and 12. Okay, so you're gonna get about two times trill on the 14 to 12. First one is 15 to 12, and then 2 times 14, 12. Now, this kind of lick or trill we're gonna be playing for 6 times. Okay, so like I said, the best way is just to count all these beats and trills as well. So for 6 times we're going to be playing this lick. Alright, then we go back to the sort of normal trill, which is going to be between the 14th and 12th fret on the G string for the whole bar, so for another 4 beats. Okay, so 6 of these, and then we go back to the standard trill between 14 and 12 for 4 beats, the whole bar. Then we go into this lick, which is bending the G string on the 14th fret and then picking the B string at the 12th fret. Again in the 8th note style, and you can do it as a unison bend, or you can just pick two strings at the different times. So picking the G string first, and then picking the 12. Now this lick we're going to be playing for 5 beats or 1 whole bar, and then the next bar is going to start off with the with this bend, right, the unison bend, and picking the 12th fret on the B string, and then right after that we go into this lick, which is starting on the B string from 12th to 15th fret, and then playing bend on the 14th fret of the G string. It's a small bend. Now this one is a little bit trickier to track, but still, you know, if you count now the bars or the beats of the bar is going to be easier. So we start off with the unison bend first, right? So the first beat is sort of taken by this unison bend, and then for the rest of the bar we're going to be playing this lick. So then we go into the next bar, which we're going to continue playing this lick for the whole bar. And here is the little tip. If you listen to the backing track or to the original song, you can actually hear the drummer is giving kind of clue when he starts playing the second bar of this lick. So what you can do is, you don't have to count the first bar, so which is with the unison bend. But in the end of this bar, you're going to hear the clue from the drums, and after that you continue counting. So you count another bar, which is 4 beats. Then we get into the next bar, which is going to be the same lick, but it's going to be only for 2 beats. Okay. So if you count just 6 after the drummer gives you sort of the clue, you're going to be all right. So you count it for 6 times. And then we go into the end of the solo with other licks, which goes like this. Okay, so let's break it down. Starts off with the bend on the B string, 15th fret. As we bend it up, we then pick the high E at the 12th fret. Then we have pull off on the B string 15 to 12, go into G string 14, then we play another pull off, this time on the G string 14 to 12, and playing 14 on the D string. So far we got this. Then we go playing the next licks. So here we start off with the unison bend on the 14th fret of the G string, and at the same time holding these 12 frets on the B string. So as we play the unison bend, we then pick the B string one more time, or you can play just the bend on the G string and then pick in the B string, like that. Then we have, so it's a bend on the high E 15th fret, then bring it down, pick the note again. Then we have a quick hammer-on pull-off, 12 to 15 to 12 on the same string, 15 on the B. So then we have 12 on high E, 15 on B. Another unison bend, this time on the high E string, 12th fret, and bending the B string on the 15th fret. Again, unison bend, then picking the high E string, 12. Then we go to B, 15 to 12. And then onto the G string, we have pull off, 14 to 12. And 14 on the G string. So far, this last part of the solo goes like this, slowly. And you can, in the end, play just the 12th fret on the D string and slide out. One more time. And one more time. Alright, so here's the whole solo slowly, all of the licks together. Alright guys, so that was it for this lesson. Thanks very much for checking it out. Please hit the thumbs up button if you liked it. Also, comment, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to visit guitarforce.com for more guitar related stuff. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, may the force be with you.